Hi everyone, my name is Lakshita Bhagtani and currently I'm pursuing MSc Management from University of Exeter. So starting with how did I decide to do this particular course from this particular university? Trust me, it was a long journey. I did my bachelor's in biotechnology, and while doing that, I realized that I have certain interest into management and business. So I worked as a TR for 3 years in my university, and during that, me and my team we managed to successfully do multiple events, and while that, I developed the management skills, and then I decided to do management and business. So I decided the course while doing my bachelor's, obviously. After that, the biggest task for me was to decide the particular country. So while my research, I realized that UK can give me a good business degree. So then I started looking for the universities. I looked for the Russell Group universities for obvious reasons because they are one, they are good ranked, and second, they can give you good career opportunities. So I shortlisted them and then I applied into them. I got offer letter from multiple universities and then I shortlisted, and also I took help from an agent, so I applied through a consultancy. Just wanted to give you this quick tip. If you're going with a consultant, if you're not applying to the universities personally, just make sure that they are not influencing your choice, one. Secondly, whichever universities you're aiming for, they are directly connected to them instead of having bridges, because certain consultancies are not connected directly to the universities and that can create a lot of gaps, so you won't be able to get as much as opportunities you can either get directly or from the university. So the initial stage was sorting out the SOPs, the LORs, the MOI. Trust me, I didn't even knew the full forms of these. So my agent really helped me with that. And also I did my own research and then we started with the SOPs. My professors were really kind and they gave me very good LORs. So thanks to them for that. Also, many students don't know that it isn't compulsory in a lot of universities to give your IELTS scores. So if you have outstanding performance in the English subject in your secondary school, and also if you have completed your bachelor's into English medium, you can just submit the MOI. Many colleges accept that and they can give you a waiver for the odds. And then I started sorting out the finances because that's a major thing when you're planning to come to study abroad. And then I went for the education loan, so I sorted that out. Also, while you're planning your finances, I would like to highlight you have to look for your tuition fee, your accommodation rent, your groceries, your miscellaneous expenses, and also your transport expenses. Nobody ever told me about the transport expenses you're going to have on your day-to-day life. Like, so I live off campus, and for me, it's a 25-minute walk to go from the accommodation to the university. So even if I prefer to, take an Uber, an Apple taxi, or maybe a bus, it is going to add up in your expenses. That's a major expense. So just consider that as well. Or either you can rent a bicycle if that helps. So before coming here, I heard it a lot of times that I may get a culture shock, but trust me, instead of the cultural shock, I got a feather shock. So for me, the culture is acceptable, nothing as such in change, but the weather is so unpredictable. Just be ready with your medicines. Like if you are even coming to UK, you might have your NHS registered, you might have your things done, but trust me, nothing starts from the first day. So you need to be prepared for the first day. Do your pre-bookings. If you're done with your flights, just pre-book how you're going to reach from the airport to the accommodation. Just pre-book your food, just pre-plan your groceries the first week, and also get your medicines, get your essentials, because you can never start from the first day. So when you come here, you should be well prepared. So after coming here, I went to the university and then we completed the student clearance thing, so everything was sorted. The second day I started attending the classes, it was a clear shock for me. So being from biotech background, I had zero knowledge about management, zero knowledge about business, zero knowledge about analytics, the technical knowledge I thought I had, but I did not. So when I started studying, it was a mess. Genuinely, the professors here are so good. Everybody is so helpful, they're so kind. They just got out of their way. They gave me an extra time, extra workshops so that I can get better on that. And luckily, it's been 2 months for me and I'm already doing better. So I'm really thankful to them as well. Also, just coming here, initially, you'll feel very homesick, but trust me, every country has a major Indian society, so you can find Indians everywhere. Also, people from the other cultural groups will be really helpful. But still, talking about Indians, for me and Exeter, there are a lot of Indian peoples here. We have a huge community, and we just catch up once a week, and then we have events. So it's nice having an Indian community, and you just feel less homesick. Also, we talked about the expenses, but we have to look after saving money as well. Trust me, there are a lot of options by which you can save money. A lot of surveys by the university, a lot of surveys by other brands, which can give you the cash prize, either freebies. You can get yourself registered on uni days. You'll just get a lot of discounts on everything. Also, currently I am working as the student ambassador for a particular brand for accommodations in Exeter. And while working with them, it's just a weekend thing and I get good payment. So for me, that's a sort of part-time. Also, if you're coming here, you might have already thought about doing a part-time. My tip would be the main goal for you should be studying here, doing your degree well instead of just focusing on the part-time. So once you're good going with your course, once you are catched up with the assignments, with the course and everything, I think then you should start thinking about the part-time, because your main focus, your main goal should be the degree you're here for. So just focus on that. If you think you have energy left, if you think you have much time left, then you can decide on doing a part-time. Also, the teaching style here is a bit different, so it might take time for you to catch up with it. Like, we don't do the notebook and pen thing here, so it's all digital and no spoon feeding. So you have to grab the knowledge, you have to catch up with what the professor is teaching. Also, we have certain differences in the accent, you have to catch up with that as well. So just try to focus on your studies before focusing on something else that is not as much necessary as your studies for now. I hope my experience is helpful for you while you plan your journey to come to abroad. I know, like me, like many of us, we have to leave our families behind. We have to leave our hometown behind. But trust me, it's all worth it once you come here. You start your course, you complete your degree, you get a job. It's all worth it. Thank you.